Hey guys, welcome back to Say It With Your Chest.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, guys.
2025. I'm so happy 2024 is over. Like, I fucking hated that year.
You think it was a bad year for you?
Yes, it was a terrible year for me.
Why?
Literally, this time last year,
Uh-huh.
I literally got a memory on my phone. I went to Aritzia to buy my new coat because it's freezing here. Come home, find mice in my apartment. And that was the whole spiral of the worst year of my life. So I'm really glad that year is fucking over. I hated it. It was terrible. But 2025, like, I just like the way that sounds. Like, I feel like it has good vibes.
People are saying it's like a quarter century crisis, though.
Oh, what?
Because it's like 25, it's like a quarter century crisis.
Oh, I like it though. I feel like 2025 has good vibes.
It gives me it takes me a minute to get used to.
Yeah, like today at work, I kept writing 2024, and then I was like, wait, 2025.
2025, kind of crazy.
I know, it is really crazy, but I'm excited for this year. I guess we can do a quick little recap of being home. How was your home experience?
No, being home was great. It was really busy. I feel like when you live in a household full of people, there's something like happening all the time. So
True.
very lively. Christmas is like the most exhausting holiday ever. I feel like when you like become more of an adult and like Christmas isn't like little kid Christmas anymore, it's just like a really long day full of like family obligations, and I was just exhausted by the end of it. And like that time between like Christmas Eve and New Year's is just like go go go. So I'm like happy that it's over, and then we can like, obviously it's fun, but I'm glad to be back into my normal routine now.
Yeah, same. I think definitely like the switching back and forth from like normal routine to like just doing nothing at home is really weird. And just like coming back today, or we came back yesterday, but like waking up for work today, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, like it's just
like,
it feels weird for me right now to be back and like just being in I have to get back to my routine.
Yeah, exactly. But once we're back in the swing of things, like honestly, it feels so normal. Like when we came back yesterday, I was like, feels like I never left.
Yeah.
It feels so normal, which is like so weird now. But yeah, being home was great. Like I had a nice time. I wasn't honestly that busy because like everyone was like working. Like my mom was working, my brother was working, all my friends were working like the whole week. So during the week, it was just like me hanging out with the animals during the day. But yeah, it was so fun. And then like once it was like the weekend, like I had plans like almost every day, but just like going out to dinner and stuff, I didn't go out like at all while I was home. But it was nice, like, you know, nice reset. I feel like when I go home, it's such a reset for me. It's like exactly what I need. And then I feel so like rejuvenated when I come back. So
I feel like the opposite. I
Really?
feel like so drained.
Oh,
I just think it's because like for me when I go home, it's like there's a lot of expectations to like see everybody, and like obviously like with my boyfriend we split, like we go to like his family's place sometimes, my family's place sometimes, so there's a lot of like, oh, like I haven't seen this person yet when I'm home, and like then my friends want to see me and they're dropping by, so I feel like a lot of pressure to like see everyone, entertain everyone, like whatever, while like I'm here I can just do my thing, and then like things happen. Plans come along, but it's like having to fit in so much of like doing things within such a short time frame that like stresses me out, and like
that's
I
the
get really
only
tired.
thing that like kind of sucks is that we're home for like so short
that
it makes it really hard to like see everyone,
and
because
do
obviously
everything.
it's like they live at home, so it's like they're still doing their normal routines and all of that stuff where we're kind of just like vibing,
right,
and then Yeah. But yeah, glad I went home. Glad that we're back. Um, do you have any like New Year's resolutions?
I was about to ask you that. I never even thought about it, to be honest. I've never really done New Year's resolutions. Um, so like not really. I don't normally do New Year's resolutions, and I didn't even think about it until we sat down to do this, and I'm like, oh, that's something
Yeah.
people do at the start of the year.
Yeah, honestly, I'm like not really a New Year's resolution person either. Like I definitely think about like goals that I have for the year or like things that I would like to like accomplish during the year, I guess. But I'm not like a hardcore like I'm gonna drink a gallon of water every day. Like
Yeah,
starting
it's just like
January
to me,
1st.
like it's such bullshit because it never
Yeah.
happens, and then or you do it for like a week or two, and then you just stop it. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I feel like once it gets to February, like no one's thinking or talking about their New Year's
Yeah.
resolution anymore. Um, but something that I do kind of like want to start doing this year, not it doesn't like I'm not the type that's like, okay, it's January 1st, so now I have to do this. It's just kind of like
For the whole year,
yeah, like
yeah.
something I would like to start doing actually is like working out like at least like once or twice a week. Just because like one, it's a way to like just get out of the apartment like especially because like I like to do workout classes, so it's like at a set time, it's not just like, oh, like I'll go to the gym later or like, there's not as much flexibility. It's just like at the set time, like go do it. Way to get out of the house. Obviously, like it's good to work out for like, your body and stuff like that, but it's also good for like your mental health. And I realized that I'm like literally so fucking weak. Like I like cannot lift anything. Like my arms are literally just noodles. Like they can't do anything. So I'm like, maybe I should try to like gain a little strength. Yeah, so that's like
That's
something.
a classic one.
Yeah, it is a classic one. But I'm like, hopefully this year maybe I'll get it into my
Schedule,
routine
yeah.
at some point. But it's not like I'm like I signed up for a gym or like oh my god, this stupid light. It makes me so
Did it
mad.
just die?
Yeah, but I just charged it. It's literally so annoying. And now everyone's gonna see my pants.
Well, it's nighttime, so we're always in our pajamas on the pod.
I know. But it's like the Christmas pajama whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's like one thing that I want to possibly do this year.
I want to cook more, like order less and like find easy like recipes that I like to like that I'll enjoy. That's something that I want to like focus on this year is to like eat more home cooked meals.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I was home, that was actually really good for me. Is to like have like home cooked meals and stuff makes me a lot happier.
Yeah.
And then it makes like going out to eat and like doing that stuff more like fun because you don't do it often.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's a good one. Like cut down on the ordering, but sometimes it's so hard.
I know. Like it's just like I'll say that and like I'll try, but
yeah,
it's hard with the schedules.
It is really hard with the schedules. Yeah. Do you have a vibe that you want for like 2025? Not like a resolution, like I'm gonna do this, but like just something that you are like gonna prioritize in 2025.
Something I'm gonna prioritize in 2025, I think I am going to initiate more plans.
Okay.
Like I want to be the one to like maybe like reach out to people and text them and be like, "Hey, I want to do this. Like, do you want to do this with me?" Instead of just like kind of waiting for other people to plan things. So yeah, I think my vibe is gonna be more like go-getter, initiator, like instead of being more like passive.
Mine is kind of like the opposite, but like not in the initiating plans way, but I like this year I want to do more things just like by myself.
That's
Not
a
in
good
like
one.
not in like a not hang out with my friends way, but like
In
let's
addition,
say,
yeah.
yeah, like if the like I want to go to a concert, but I don't think like anyone like likes that artist, like usually I just be like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever, like not gonna go. But hopefully this year I'll be like, you know what, I'll just like go by myself. Like it's fine, you know?
No, I think concerts are really great for that too because it's like not like you're having conversations while at a
Yeah, you're
concert. Like that's something that's
exactly
totally
like
like
you
good
could
to
do by
go.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really like, okay, this is kind of something that like I just have been thinking about while I was home, but I really want to go on like a solo trip.
Same. Me too.
Like I feel like one, like that would just be so like cool and like freeing, like
Yeah.
just something you're totally planning yourself like for yourself. I feel like is a really cool
Because when you
thing.
go on trips with other people too, you have to compromise on so much,
Yeah.
which is annoying. Like, but if you go by yourself, you can literally just do what you want.
Yeah. Um but obviously it's also like kind of really scary like to
Mm-hmm.
go somewhere you've never been before like by yourself. Um so yeah, that's like something I want to like kind of play around with and see like maybe I'll go somewhere like not that far, like
Yeah.
you know, like for a weekend or like whatever, a couple of days just to like test it out. But I feel like that would be so good. And also like I have always just like wanted to travel a lot, like even when I was little before like I really even knew like what traveling was, I guess. Um so I feel like I should just do that because this like in our 20s it's like when are you going to have time again where it's
Just to
just by
go. Yeah.
yourself, you like you don't have like that many bills where it's like okay, if I go on this trip like I'm going to be like so down bad. Like you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
more freedom with your time to do stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll fucking
No,
go on
you
a
should.
trip by
You should. You
myself.
should totally do that. That sounds great.
Yeah, I feel like that would be really cool. So we'll see if that can be a this year thing.
Yeah,
But
like a little road trip or something.
yeah, I feel like that would be so fun and so like cool.
Would Klaus come with you?
I feel like I feel like probably no, only because like I would be like if I'm gonna go on a solo trip, like I'm gonna go out and do stuff, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like he might as well just like stay here, like if you're here, you
Yeah.
know. So he's like not by himself all day. Um, yeah. So we'll fucking see.
I hope that happens for you.
Me too, honestly. I don't know. We'll have to see how it all works out. But yeah, that's like something that I'm definitely going to be toying with, maybe trying to make work this year. Yeah. Let's
What's your
see.
thoughts on like New Year's Eve?
Oh, New Year's Eve, I think is like pretty overrated.
That's why I asked.
I just think like okay, New Year's Eve like in high school or college where it was like just house parties and stuff like that, like loved that. Like some of the best nights of my life, New Year's Eve back in the day. But now
Yeah,
it's like
that's so
annoying,
true.
right?
That's like sad to think about too. I used to really love New Year's Eve.
Me too. Like nice house party
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve, like sign me up. But now it's like what, pay $150 to go to a
Right.
freaking bar that you can go to any other weekend? Like no, like I'm just not about that. And it's so crowded, can't get a drink. Like it's just not like personally, I don't really think it's that fun. Like would I do it? Yeah, if all my friends were doing it, yes, 100%. But like I'm not gonna force it, and I'm definitely not gonna make the plan because I don't care that much to go out
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve.
Exactly. And like this year we both stayed in.
Yeah.
Which honestly was great. But I mean I did have like options for plans, but like you said, it was like either $150 cover to go out to some bar like 30 minutes away from my house and it was pouring rain. I was like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
the weather was
happening.
terrible.
It's raining, it's not happening.
Yeah.
And then also like if I'm not planning it, whoever does plan it, like it's just not a good plan. And then I don't know what's happening and then I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't want to go anymore.
Mhm. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like the times that I
But I
have
also heard like from this like a lot from other people that like New Year's is very like it's like stressful for some reason because you like expect to have like the perfect like
Yes,
plan
that's
and
so
then when it
true.
doesn't happen it's like disappointing but like whatever.
Yes, yes, I have heard that too. Because for some reason there's like I think it's because it's the expectation of like, oh, like the new year's coming, so like we
Right.
have to
That's
like
why it's like I
start the
don't
new year in
really
the perfect way. It's like, okay,
exactly. And then
like
it's
no, we
like,
don't.
oh, I'm gonna do this, 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 and this, and it's like for me today just feels like any other day. Like
Yeah.
I haven't even been thinking about it as like a new year, which maybe is like a little like cynical, but like I don't know, like it's just a lot of pressure and
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with it.
Yeah, like the times that I have done like the bars and the honestly, actually, I've only gone to a bar once for New Year's Eve. And like I did have a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think that it needs to be like a you do it every year.
Right.
You know? Like maybe every other year or whatever. But I was like totally I didn't go out this New Year's, I didn't go out last New Year's, and I was totally fine with it,
Yeah.
you know? Um
And again, like with all the craziness of the holidays, I felt like I just needed a night in. Like I didn't
yeah.
like there's no part of me that was like missing out on whatever because of the craziness of the week. I'm like, what I really want to do is just stay
Stay
in.
in. Yeah, I agree. It was nice to just be in. I mean, I did like I was with my friends, but we weren't like drinking or anything. So we were just like being normal, hanging out. So it was nothing crazy. It's
Mhm.
basically like staying in. But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I guess I feel like still some people love New Year's Eve, and I like it cuz it's like, obviously fun with like the sparkles and stuff, like
I
dressing
do
up
like the
for like
outfits.
yeah, the outfits are fun, but the plans are just like ugh, not I don't know. It's just like
I
annoying.
agree.
um, well, especially because like since we live in New York, it's like I don't want to go to the city during
No.
on New Year's Eve.
No way.
Like, okay, well, actually, one time I did, but it was like the year after COVID, so it was like very low key, and I was just like in a hotel room, like with my friends, like drinking,
Right.
So it wasn't like we were like going to a bar,
I was in
like.
the city the day before New Year's Eve and it was
Mhm,
crazy. And I was
I
like, I
bet,
can't
yeah.
imagine like anyone wanting to like come to Times Square and like do this.
Yeah, it's like insanity. Um, but yeah, that's like my take on New Year's Eve. It's like I don't know. I think it's pretty overrated, but could be fun
Right. I think it just
depending.
depends on the year
Is so
and
true.
on the mood in the moment.
So freaking true. Um, I think that pretty much answered like our. We got questions about like New Year's Eve and being at home, so I think that pretty much answered them. Yeah, mindset/goal.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like should we talk a little bit about like manifesting because I feel like vision boards and manifesting is like a big thing right now because of the new year.
True. Should we make vision boards?
Oh my god. I already have my vision board made.
No, but like physical ones.
Oh, like print them out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could. Um but yeah, every year I do like my vision board on Pinterest. Like I just put, everyone knows the classic vision board making. Like you find the photos that you like and inspo for the year. I do that every year on Pinterest, but this year mine mostly consists of like I really want to like save a lot of money this year.
That would be so nice.
So
I really
I'm
would.
like putting aside like a specific amount of money like every week just to I don't know. I feel like it's time to I mean, I always save, but like just be very like mindful of it. Trying to think what else is on my vision board. Mostly save. Oh, I did do like some travel stuff because I was just saying like the
Mhm.
solo trip stuff. But honestly, yeah, that's like pretty much it. Oh, I did put like some apartment stuff on there since we're gonna be
Yeah,
moving.
we're gonna be
Like,
moving, so that'll be
hopefully to
nice.
get a good new apartment.
We need to manifest
Um,
that. A
yeah,
good apartment.
seriously. Do you want to like talk about some ways that you can manifest or that you manifest and how you do that, or your like your vision board?
Yeah, I've never made a vision board before though.
Oh,
like ever. But I would think like since I like scrapbooking and stuff, I would like to do it like
Yeah.
on paper. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, I've never really been into manifesting or anything like that. But I mean, I've obviously seen you do it. I don't know, because I feel like when I don't know if this is like sad or whatever.
Okay.
But I feel like when I like have like high expectations, it's like disappointing. So I try not to like envision specifically like what is gonna happen and try to just like be like happy with what is
Yeah.
instead of like wanting more. And I feel
Yeah.
like maybe that is like my like vibe for the new year is just like being more grateful like for what I have rather than like chasing what I don't.
Well, actually,
Mhm.
funny that you say that because a lot a big reason of why like people have trouble like manifesting is because like they get so focused or like hyper fixated on like what they want to happen. It's like they're almost doing the opposite of like you're so focused on the fact that you don't have it.
Yeah.
It's like doing the opposite of manifesting. Like when you're manifesting something, like you almost have to like set the intention of like what you want and then like let it go and then just keep living your life and then
Right.
like it will come to you faster because you're not so hyper fixated on like, well, why hasn't it happened yet? Why hasn't it come? Like what am I doing wrong? Stuff like that. Cause then you're just focusing like on the negative and you're
Yeah.
like giving yourself low energy, like low vibrating frequencies. So it's like not gonna come to you because you're so focused on like the bad, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense. I also feel like
Yeah.
it's hard for me to like manifest right now because like I feel like 2025 is such a like like it's a transitional year where like
Mm-hmm.
for you it could be like achieving something at work or like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And where it's like me, like I have to just get through this year to like get to where I want to be.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm finishing school, like, and then once that happens, then I can be set on like, getting the job I want or like
Mm-hmm.
moving in with my boyfriend and like doing all of the stuff like I am like envisioning. But this year is
Yeah.
more just like
In limbo.
in limbo year.
Yeah. No, I get that. That does make sense. Um, I'm trying to think, like I want to give the pod like an example of something that like I've manifested, but I can't like think of anything right now. But I feel like in college there were so many things that like we were like, oh my God, like I totally manifested
Well,
that.
you manifested getting into Northeastern,
True,
like
true. Both
hardcore.
of us.
Yeah, that's true. We actually did. Like that's something that we hardcore manifested that we just were like, this is gonna happen, and then we let it go, and then it
Yeah.
happened.
That is so true. Because we literally both, I mean, we've talked about this a little
Yeah.
bit on the pod, but like we told you guys, like we both just applied to Northeastern. Or I think, did you apply to,
Nope.
oh.
I didn't apply anywhere else.
I
I was
thought you
going
applied to
to.
Adelphi or something.
Yeah, I was like in the middle of that application, but I
Mm-hmm.
never sent it.
Yeah, I applied here to Northeastern and then NYU, but I was totally like, I don't want to go to NYU. Like, it wasn't even like it was kind of just like I'll just put like a feeler out there,
Right.
but I was like, I'm literally going to Northeastern, and then like, boom, it
Yeah.
fucking happened. But there's, I can't like think of anything
We did do our
else
like
right now.
our like we put out our crystals for that too. We were manifesting and
Oh
we were like
yeah.
this one is like for our future and like
Because all the crystals mean like different things. So I think we put out like I don't know, I forget which ones we did, but one of them was like for the future of like
yeah, that was like probably the only thing that I could really because of you like we're showing like you were like you just manifest it. I was like okay.
No, that literally me with everything. I'm like just fucking manifest it. Like,
Right.
Um, but yeah, I feel like I don't know, like if you guys have any questions on manifesting, like I could literally talk about it for days on end. But like some of the things I do, like I haven't been that good about it, but especially in college, like I would meditate like every night, almost every morning to just get like really centered. And I feel like a big thing also is like when you're very like in tune with yourself and like you really got the intuition going, it really helps when you're manifesting. But like to get there, I feel like you have to have a good like mindset and be very like grounded and in tune with yourself. So that's why I would like meditate all the time. And then I'm sure like people see it on TikTok too, but like you can meditate like with like manifesting like affirmations. Um that will also help with like whatever you want to manifest. And oh my god, I used to be so good with my 5-minute journal and like that's all manifesting too. But again, I've really been off my game. Probably why I had a terrible year last year.
Yeah, probably.
I've been so off my game, but I gotta get back on it. This year. But honestly, there's like nothing that I really need to manifest right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, there's not something that I really like want to happen this year, which maybe is
same.
like I gotta think of something that I want to like work towards, because without it, you're kind of just like,
Yeah, you need a goal.
yeah, you're just like, blah. Like, I don't have any goals for this year, which is like this conversation is making me think like, shit, like I don't want anything. But I think it's because I did.
You're content.
I am content, which is like a goal achieved in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I did do like a lot of work last year to like of things that I wanted to do. Like I said, like I wanted to like have more hobbies, and I did that, and like make more friends, and I did that. So I did have a good 2024 of like accomplishing like my goals.
Yeah.
So now I have to like now I'm like, oh, do I come up with new goals, or should I just be like happy?
Yeah.
Like when does it end?
True.
Like should I just be happy now? Like I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like with like stuff like that, like especially for me, like with work, it's kind of like I just already, maybe this is a part of manifesting too. It's like I already think that it's gonna happen. Like when I'm done with my master's, I already know that like I want to like move up and get like a new position. But like when I talk to you guys about it, I just say that like it's gonna happen. I'm like, when I'm done with my master's, like I'm gonna have a new position. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I
just feel like that's also like the natural progression of things. Like I think that is gonna happen. Like am I gonna manifest like getting good grades and graduating grad school?
No,
like,
but I mean
that's
like
happen.
Yeah, but like in a way where it's like not like, for me specifically, like I want to like move departments and like have a big like pay jump and like stuff like that. Whereas like I feel like some people could be like, oh well, like I like my job now, like I'll just stay here until there's like a natural progression. But me, I'm just like, I know it's gonna happen like when I'm done. Like it's just gonna be like it's not even a thing that like I'm questioning. I just know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I feel like that's with stuff like that, that's just like always how my mindset is, and then it just happens. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of the same thing where it's like I'm gonna be like applying to like new internship this year, and I just know that I'm gonna get one that I like. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never thought about it like, I don't know, like it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, but I feel like we have good mindsets. Like some people would not think that. Like think about like other people we know who are like,
yeah,
don't, you know what I mean? It's like some people choose to stay and like, I feel like we are very look at the glass half full people with stuff like that, where I feel like a lot of people are glass half empty and they're like, well, this isn't working, so I'm like, it's done, everything's done
like,
and
I'm
over.
just
Like, you know what I mean?
Where I'm at,
yeah, and not really like have that ambition necessarily to like push themselves to the next level, or just know that like it's gonna be okay. I feel like a lot of people are like, well, I can't do this because blah 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 blah, and it's like, no, you should be like, I'm just gonna do it, you know?
Yeah,
just put yourself out there and fucking get it done. I don't know, it's all about your mindset.
Yeah, because I used to be like, oh, like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna find like a placement or like blah blah blah, but like with those things, like it's happened so far. Like everything's worked out so far, so why wouldn't it continue to work out?
Exactly. You gotta focus on the positive, not the negative. Always keep that mindset good.
Yeah. Well, I think 2025 is going to be more positive
I fucking
year
hope
for us.
so.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I don't know. Like, do you think 2024 was like a crazy year? Like in general, just like in the world and everything.
Okay, well, I have the memory of like a goldfish, so I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like
2024 was a crazy
you think
year.
it was crazy?
Like, kind of, yeah. I feel like a lot happened in 2024.
I don't know. I feel like I'm living on a different planet than everyone.
Like, honestly, I can't really remember anything right now, but like,
you're like, what do you mean you can't remember? But I'm like, I don't remember shit, but I just remember, like, I just think it's because before this year, my, like, personal mind was so, like, racing all the time, and this year I just, like, was able to slow down and, like, just be content. So I feel like it was more of a calm year, for, like, through my eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's also, like, guys, we, like, don't watch the news because we don't have, like, cable.
Right.
So, but when I went home, obviously we have the news there.
Yeah, there's so much.
And they were doing, like, all the, like, top 10, like, craziest things that happened, like, in the news or, like, in healthcare, or, like, blah, blah, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, that happened this year? Oh my God, that happened this year? Like, I was like, holy shit.
And
like,
the years just
all
blend
this
together.
stuff
And
happened. But, like, I don't know. I feel like 2024 was kind of crazy. And I feel like 2025 is, like, I low-key think it's going to be crazy, too.
Why?
Like, in terms of the world. Because I just feel like a lot of people aren't happy. Like, Luigi fucking shot a man in broad daylight.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
But is it, like, crazier, like, compared to, like, any other year? Like, do you know what I mean?
I guess no. But also I feel like, and not to get political, but I feel like whenever there's a new president, it's just, like, always crazy in the beginning, you know?
Well, yeah. It can get scary quickly.
Yeah, like, I feel like whenever there's a, like, new transition of something, especially when, like, obviously this is a very, like, heated, okay, literally not trying to be political at all right now. I'm just saying it was, like, a crazy election. So, like, you know, like, I feel like the last couple of elections were pretty crazy, and then something happened, like, after all of that.
I think I'm just, like, I think I might be numb to it, though, because, like,
I'm so numb to it.
Right, because when you, like, when you expect craziness and it happens, then you're like, okay, like, this is what I thought was gonna happen, or, like,
yeah, it's so true.
Like, if another, like, like, if another, like, storm on the Capitol happens, I'll be like, yeah, like, that makes sense.
I'm fucking done.
I just, like, I don't know. I think there's something wrong with me.
No, honestly, there's really not a lot that I could see in the news that I'm like, oh my God, I'm shocked by this.
Right.
Like, when I get my little, like, news alerts, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And then I just fucking move on.
That's why I think I'm like, there's something wrong with me, because I'm like, it's not crazier than any other year of, like, what.
It's true.
Like, crazy shit happens all the time, but also, like, that's what people push, you know what I mean? So that's what we see. I don't know.
So true. Also, I guess sorry, I just, like, scratched you. Also, since we're older, I guess we're more, like, well, we don't watch the news, so maybe not us, but, like, other people are, like, more aware of things, you know? So that was our political segment of the pod today. I
feel like these people are so stupid.
No, literally. Okay. Next, we're gonna do what we say with our chest this week. Hannah, would you like to go first? Or
yeah, I'll go first. Okay. I feel like ours are gonna be wildly different. But so I was in the car with Steven, and I was driving around, and he always makes me put on music, but he doesn't like the music that I listen to. So I'm like, what am I gonna put on? And so my hot take is that we need, like, the Black Eyed Peas need to come back.
Oh my God! I love the Black Eyed Peas.
Are severely underrated in 2024.
So true.
Because when you listen to it, it's just like a bop. bop after bop after bop. Like that one album
Yes, with the green.
with the green.
Yeah.
It's just like banger after banger after banger, and it's so good.
They're so good.
And I'm obsessed with it, and I've been listening to it ever since. Like I'm back in like 2008, and I like need like a reunion of the Black Eyed Peas.
That'd be sick
to come back right now. And also, why aren't they playing more Black Eyed Peas in the club?
I don't know.
I'm listening to it and the beats. I'm like, this would be.
I'm a be.
Yeah, literally.
It's perfect.
And it's so good. I'm like, I need to listen to this more at the bars because
So
I would be dancing my ass off. I'm not even kidding. There's like crack in that music
I'm done.
that makes it like addicting. So yeah,
So fair.
And then this is my notes. Black Eyed Peas severely underrated. But as I was listening to it, so good.
I'm done. Okay. My hot take is that dry January is stupid.
Agreed. Unless you have an alcohol problem.
Of course. If you're an alcoholic, do dry January. Like, so proud of you. Like, you know what? Do it past January.
Yeah.
Honestly. But if you're like a young person, I almost said girly, but
right.
anyone.
Honestly, my New Year's resolution might be to drink more. I'm not even joking.
Low-key, though.
Because we don't really drink a lot.
I know.
Every time I drink, I'm like, oh, I'm having so much fun.
Yeah. But I do think that dry January is stupid because it's like, okay, you're only young once. Like, I don't know why we put so much pressure on ourselves to be like, oh my God, like I'm drinking way too much.
Right.
Like, blah,
That's
blah,
what I'm
blah,
saying.
blah.
Drink. We need to drink more.
It's like, yeah, okay. Like, listen. Okay, maybe there are levels. Like, if you're going out every weekend, like getting blackout drunk.
It's a good reset if you want to do that. But also, again, with the whole like New Year's resolution pressure thing, it's like now, what are you doing? Like, you're going to say no to like.
Yeah, well, that's
plans.
the other reason I think it's stupid because it's like, okay, so like, honestly, probably a lot of people are doing dry January, but you're ruining the experience for all the people not doing dry January.
It's
actually selfish as fuck because now you're making everyone else's experience that wants to have fun boring because there's no one out.
Also, if we were to do dry January, like it would
be so easy.
But we would have to do both of us. Like imagine like I was doing dry January and you weren't. Like that's selfish of me to do that.
So true. So like if you're planning on doing dry January, like think about your friends, okay? Like unless you're all doing it together, like don't be the one person that's like, I'm going to do dry January and then ruin everyone's January. Like that's selfish. So just like, fuck it. Like do dry January when you're 40. Like it's fine.
Right.
Of course, again, unless you're an alcoholic, then good luck. You know?
Good luck. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Like fuck dry January, man. Like plus, also, like, sorry, you're gonna break it. Like, if you're a person that's like, I need to do dry January.
Did we, like, think about doing it one year? I feel
okay, wait, I was gonna actually say, wait, let me finish this statement.
Okay.
If you're a person that's like, I need to do dry January, chances are you're gonna break it because obviously you like going out and drinking. So, like, why don't you just not set yourself up for failure and just not do it? But I was gonna say, like, did you do it last year? Because remember we went to trivia and you got a mocktail?
Yeah, that's because I had COVID. No, that's
I was gonna say we were literally at trivia.
No, that was because
Oh, you had something. You were like on antibiotics or something.
My wisdom teeth.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I think it was.
I got my wisdom teeth taken out because I missed like the first week of classes in January.
Okay.
And I was on antibiotics.
Right.
Not COVID.
Yeah. I was like, you definitely didn't have COVID. But
no.
Yeah, because we went out, because actually I just got that memory or something, and I was like, why is I gonna have a mocktail?
Yeah. I was trying to drink too, and you were like, no, you can't.
I had a dirty martini.
No, yeah, it's because I had my wisdom teeth taken out, and that was like my first week like going out, and I couldn't drink.
That makes a lot
I've
of
never
sense.
done dry January. I think we thought about doing it one year.
Maybe in college, but it's
Yeah.
like, why
would we do that in college?
Like, this is again with the trends. It's like,
a
why
month
the
is a long
fuck
time.
would I
too.
do dry January in college?
Right.
Our senior year. Like,
Right.
what?
I think we were like debating it for a
Like,
hot sec.
stupid. But yeah, so fuck dry January.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need it.
You asked me, you were like, you're gonna do dry January, and I was like,
well, I wanted to see your opinion, because if you said yes, I was gonna be like, Hannah, don't fucking do dry January.
Okay, then I probably wouldn't have done it then. Yeah, no, I'd never even crossed my mind.
Same. Okay, that's it for this episode of Say It With Your Chest.
Yeah.
Guys, ask us questions if you feel so inclined to. Shout out to our one person that asks us questions.
I
like,
know.
every week. Like,
you know who you are.
You know who you are because you're the only one asking us questions.
Yeah.
So shout out
but
to
we
you
appreciate it
so much.
Yeah. We're gonna get back into the swing of things with the pod because I don't know, like last.
Yeah, we got like, we said Christmas special, but like it wasn't even a question of if we were doing it. Like we were just like, nah.
I know things have been crazy. I think like now we're back in Boston.
Yeah, because it's like, what are we gonna talk about at home, like for this pod,
right?
You know,
and also like, I mean, I could talk about like all the like home drama, but like, does anyone even care? Like, you guys don't.
I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they do either, because it's like you guys don't even know like what I'm talking about. So I was just
and like, it's also like you can't, like, you're not gonna say names and then it's gonna be confusing, you know?
Right. So I just scratch that. I think we start fresh in the new year.
Precisely.
Get back in the swing of things. Get back in the pod.
Oh my god, our vibe for 2025 is the pod.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Totally forgot.
Oh my god, we're so dumb.
So dumb.
Yeah, we talked about this in depth, that 2025 is the year of the pod. So we're gonna really be putting out some great things for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be cranking that shit.
Right. So make sure you're tuned in.
Yes. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.